When Universal Studios Florida opened in 1990, it promised guests that they could ride the movies. Most attractions focused on action, explosions, and big Hollywood spectacles. But hidden inside a quiet forest at the edge of the park was something completely different. A ride about friendship, about childhood wonder, and about helping a small alien find his way home. More than 30 years later, it remains the last opening day attraction still operating at Universal Studios Florida. And today, its future may be uncertain. So before anything changes, let's backtrack. Before E.T. Adventure ever existed, Universal wasn't even sure a Florida theme park would happen. In the 1980s, Universal partnered with filmmaker Steven Spielberg to develop a new movie-based park in Orlando, but momentum stalled and the project lacked a clear identity. That changed thanks to one massive ape. Spielberg visited Universal Hollywood to preview King Kong Encounter, led by producer and former Disney Imagineer Peter Alexander, who also happened to be Spielberg's former college roommate. When Spielberg witnessed the enormous 30-foot King Kong animatronic in action, he was stunned. The attraction became an immediate success, attendance surged, and suddenly Universal realized something important. People didn't just want to watch the movies, they wanted to step inside them. Plans for Universal Studios Florida accelerated, and one future attraction would embody the philosophy better than any other: E.T. Adventure. Unlike many Universal attractions built around thrills, E.T. Adventure was designed as an emotional experience. Universal creatives worked closely with Spielberg himself to create a ride that captured the heart of the 1982 film E.T. the Extraterrestrial. Instead of reliving the movie scene by scene, the team asked a new question: what happens after the film ends? The answer came from E.T. the Book of the Green Planet, a novel written by William Kotzwinkle. The story introduced E.T.'s homeworld, a strange, living ecosystem filled with plant-like creatures and alien landscapes. Alexander drew inspiration from coral reefs he explored off the California coast, remembering them as alien environments bursting with life. The result would be something Universal rarely attempted again: a fully original sequel told entirely through a theme park ride. Guests begin their journey outside a soundstage where E.T. is supposedly being filmed. Inside, multiple screens reveal Spielberg himself addressing visitors. He explains that E.T.'s teacher, Botanicus, has called him home. Life on the green planet is dying. Only E.T.'s healing touch can save it. But E.T. can't return alone. He needs help. Guests are recruited for a mission, and before entering, each visitor gives their name to one of Spielberg's assistants, receiving an interplanetary passport. This small moment becomes one of the ride's most magical ideas because later, the ride remembers you. Stepping into the interior queue feels like leaving the theme park behind entirely. Towering redwood trees surround guests, soft lighting filters through branches, and the unmistakable scent of pine fills the air. Hidden among the forest is the communication device E.T. built to phone home, blinking quietly in the darkness. Then, the ground begins to crack, smoke rises, lights glow, and Botanicus the Great emerges from the earth pleading for E.T.'s return. It's theatrical, strange, almost dreamlike, and it perfectly prepares guests for what comes next. Unlike traditional dark rides, E.T. Adventure uses suspended vehicles. Each rider boards an individual bicycle with handlebars lowering as lap restraints. And sitting in the center bike in the front row is E.T. himself. In the attraction's early years, guests could also ride inside spaceship-themed vehicles modeled after E.T.'s craft, though today only the iconic bicycles remain. As the journey begins, NASA agents and police officials pursue riders, attempting to capture E.T. Searchlights sweep the forest, sirens echo, and just as capture seems inevitable, the bicycles lift into the air, guests soar over the city skyline, recreating one of the most beloved scenes in movie history. And suddenly, Earth disappears behind you. Passing through a swirling portal of lights, riders arrive on the green planet. Here, E.T. Adventure becomes something completely original. Over 300 animatronics designed and manufactured by Sally Corporation populate the alien world. Strange botanical creatures sing and celebrate, baby ETs swing from vines, drums echo through glowing caverns. John Williams, the legendary composer behind the original film, even created an original musical score exclusively for the attraction. As ET's healing powers spread across the planet, color returns to the environment, life is restored, and the mission is complete. Near the end of the ride, guests encounter a full audio animatronic ET, and then something magical happens. ET turns toward each rider and thanks them by name. To accomplish this, Universal developed a computer system capable of recognizing up to 20,000 individual names, designed by Burkett Engineering. For many guests, especially children, it felt impossible. The ride didn't just tell a story, it acknowledged you. With a flash of light, riders returned safely to Earth, adventure complete, friendship preserved. The success of E.T. Adventure led Universal to build additional versions at Universal Studios Hollywood in 1991, and Universal Studios Japan in 2001. The Hollywood version closed in 2003, replaced by Revenge of the Mummy. Japan's installation followed in 2009. Today, only one remains, the original, still operating in Orlando, still sending guests flying through the sky. E.T. Adventure feels different from almost anything Universal builds today. It isn't about speed, or screens, or thrills. It's about wonder, about slowing down, about remembering what it felt like to believe that a bicycle could actually fly. And maybe that's why the ride still matters, because long after technology changes, the feeling remains. If you enjoyed revisiting this incredible piece of theme park history, consider subscribing to BackTrackParks, where we explore the rides, attractions, and stories that time almost forgot. Because there are still so many parks, so many memories, and so many adventures waiting for us to backtrack.